thank you for being with us. I wanted to ask you a strange question to start, but what's the hardest thing in network marketing?
The hardest thing, well, first of all, it's nice to be with you.
Thank you.
The hardest thing, I think, is to make a decision. Make a decision to really do this. Make a decision to become a professional. Most people they act like tourists. They hang around. They hope to get a big result with not doing very much work. But once you make a decision, that's for me probably the hardest part. Once I made the decision, it got much, much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you learn people how to get skills and work. What are the most important skills to have when you do network marketing?
Well, there's a lot of skills. In GoPro we talk about 7.
Yeah.
Of those 7 skills, I would say inviting people to take a look is the gateway skill. In other words, if you can't figure out a way to get people to take a look, you're not going to have a business.
Yeah.
So learning how to creatively find a way to get people to open up their minds and look and understand what it is that we do, that is particularly challenging. But once you figure that out, that'll buy you time to learn the other skills. So that's one of the most important, is learning how to invite people to take a look at what you have professionally. Second, that I would say, is learning how to promote events, whether they're live events, Zoom events, small events, online or in person. The event promotion is the highest paying skill for sure, because the event does so much of the work for you.
Yeah.
So those are 2 of the most important. It's not like the others aren't important, but promoting events is the highest paying. Inviting is the gateway. But then, of course, there's presenting, and there's following up, and there's getting people started, and there's leadership skills, and relationship skills, and problem-solving skills, and there's a big toolbox of skills that you'll ultimately develop by being involved in this business. And you'll find that they'll not only help you in your business, they'll help you in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people who start in network marketing and have a lot of fears. How can they go over that?
Desire, mostly. I mean, I think people join network marketing for one of 2 reasons. One is from inspiration. They get inspired by the product, they get inspired by the company, they get inspired by the potential, and the other is desperation.
Yeah.
You know, they find themselves in a difficult situation, and they don't have a lot of other options, and they don't have a choice. They have to face their fears.
Yeah.
So if they're inspired enough, they'll face their fears. Or if they're desperate enough, they'll face their fears. But if they're kind of in the middle, I find that some people just don't want to deal with their fears. They're happy with their life. Even if they're not satisfied with where they are, they're happy enough that they're not willing to be uncomfortable. For me, it was desperation. I needed an opportunity, and network marketing provided it. So there's a lot of strategies to face your fears. If you've ever been afraid of anything, most of the time, if you get tired enough of being afraid, then you just face it. If you're afraid of the roller coaster, eventually you go get on one. If you're afraid of the dark, eventually you learn how to walk through a dark room without having to turn the light on and without being terrified.
Yeah.
You know, eventually you have to kind of challenge it with action. So, but to get there, you need the proper motivation.
Okay. Why did you wrote GoPro?
I've been living GoPro for a long time. I had it in my head for a long time, and I saw a big challenge. There's a lot of people involved in network marketing that were treating it like a hobby would be a friendly way to say that how they were treating it, but they were treating it like a game, hoping to get something for nothing, hoping to, outsmart the system and maybe magically turn a little bit of effort into a big business. And in my observation from being around, only the professionals made money, the real money. Yeah. So I wanted to see more people to view this, number one, as a profession, and number two, to be equipped to be able to go out into this profession and turn their hopes and dreams into actual reality. Yeah. So I think it's accomplished quite a bit of that as far as getting people to think about our profession differently. But that's why I wrote it.
Did you know that it would be a huge success? Was you waiting for that?
It's funny. The manager that I had at the time, the publishing manager, it's like, GoPro, it sounds, I don't know, 7 steps, I don't know. But I had an editor who was saying this is going to sell millions of copies for sure. One knew something about network marketing, the other one didn't. So I was hopeful that people would like it, but I had to get it out. Yeah. I had to write it down and see what would happen with it. So, did I think it would sell 4 million copies? Nope. I did not think it would sell 4 million copies. I thought it would be a reasonably successful book. I still have, another 6, 7, 8 books in my head that now I have to get out.
You have to.
Oh, I know. And I'm embarrassed that it's taken so long, but I'm going to devote the time to making that happen.
I told Marina, we're waiting. We're waiting for her book. We're waiting
for
your book.
Hers is gonna be amazing. And I have many, unfortunately, that have to take the time and write them. I brought some materials with me on this trip to do some writing, which I haven't done yet, but I'm going to.
I hope you're going to do it quickly.
Yes.
What do you think? What would the network marketing look like in like 5 years?
It's interesting. There's some trends happening in network marketing now. One of the biggest and healthiest trends is companies are bringing in massive amounts of clients and customers. Massive amounts. And then they're upgrading those people to distributors over time. So that wasn't quite so true 10 years ago. It was more distributor focused, opportunity focused. So bringing in lots and lots of customers, that's a really good trend, number one. Number two, social media. Anybody not using social media is leaving a lot of money on the table. Number three, and this might be a little controversial, is technology has opened the door to new kinds of products. Digital products, technological products, digital services, educational services. I believe that you're going to begin to see more and more companies that are hybrid companies. You'll see them with their core physical products or services, and then digital in addition. I think you'll see in the next 5 years more digital offerings. And I would also tell you big money's coming for the profession. I think last I heard, I think there was 24 companies making $1 billion a year or more in revenue, top line revenue. I think that'll be 100 in the next 5 years or so. I think there'll be companies doing 10 billion, 20 billion. Companies really cracking the code and opening up global opportunities. And I also think, like, franchises 30, 40 years ago were kind of a dirty word. You know, they didn't have a great reputation because they were making big promises, and then the regulators came in, they kind of cleaned up all the franchises, and now everywhere you look, you see franchises. It's a respectable business. I think you're going to see network marketing become much more respectable as an option for people who would like to work for themselves and be involved in their own business.
Yeah, for sure. If you had three tips to give to someone who wants to become a leader and wants to inspire the world and wants to become a big person in network marketing, what would it be?
I'll give you broad ones. I mean, first of all, you got to make a decision, but beyond making a decision, because if you make a decision, you'll go learn, you'll go figure everything out. But most of the big breakthroughs here, just about anybody can figure out how to do this. But the three things that I would tell you that need to happen for a person to go to the next levels: one, they need to think bigger.
Yeah.
Most people suffer from thinking too small, playing too small. The world's not served by you playing small. So think bigger is a huge one. You have to give yourself permission to do that, because people are very uncomfortable thinking bigger. If I've learned anything in the last 5 years, is I've been playing too small for my whole life. So I'm going to another level now. Where you see me today, I'll be at a different place in 5 years. So think bigger, number one. Be stronger, number two. Stop complaining, stop whining, stop blaming other people for your problems, and take charge. Be stronger than your circumstance, your situation, your history, your past, your hurts, your pains. Be stronger than your friends, your negative family. Be stronger.
Yeah.
And the third thing is move faster. Success loves speed. If you're going to do it, do it. Get it done. Velocity, momentum, acceleration. It's all of success is attracted to movement. So if you're going to wait for things to happen, you're going to wait a long time.
Yeah.
And when it comes to speed, do it before you're ready. Do it before you're fully prepared. Do it before you have all the answers. What successful people do all the time is they say yes to something, they tell the whole world they're going to do it, and then they figure it out. And that's different for most people. Most people need to figure things out first.
Yeah.
You know? So if you say yes, tell the world, figure it out, opens up all the doors. So
Great.
Yeah.
You and Marina are running the most powerful woman in network marketing.
She's running it. I'm supporting it. The most powerful women in network marketing. Yes, May 20th through the 22nd.
Yeah. How can you give us some spoilers? Who's going to be there?
Well, of course, there's going to be some celebrities. You know, there's personal development celebrities, thought leader celebrities. Marina always has some surprises in the wings. You know, last year was Kate Hudson and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
I can't spoil the celebrity stuff yet because the ink is still not quite dry on the agreements. But the biggest thing that's going to be, the biggest thing I would tell you, the biggest reason to attend is the absolute most powerful women in the profession will be sharing their secrets for 3 days.
Yeah.
I mean, the $1 million earners, the biggest organization builders, the smartest, most powerful ladies you'll ever experience in your life that you would never have a chance to learn from unless you're a part of their team. You'd never have a chance to do it. And they're going to be sharing their best stuff for 3 days. And the interesting thing about that event is in 3 days you can get 3 years smarter.
That's great.
Yeah. And so that's, I mean, Marina's going to be sharing. I'll be hosting a little bit, but that's up. I think I'm the only guy that even gets to stand on that stage at all. It's all superstar women. sharing. There's a particular energy about that event that's unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in your network marketing speakers, who will be there?
I don't have all of them. Some of the big ones, the Stormy Wellingtons, the Jessie Lee Wards, Sarah Zalecki. I don't have the list in front of me, but it's $1 million earner after $1 million. There'll probably be between $50 and $100 million of earnings per year.
That's great.
On the stage.
It's going to be
over the course of
magical.
that time. Yeah, it's pretty special.
Great. So thank you very much for this moment.
You're very welcome. It's my great pleasure, and if I could say, I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm proud of you for what you're doing, what you're building. I'm glad you're supporting our profession. The more support we can get, we can't get enough. The more support we can get in the more languages. Thank you for doing this for the French-speaking people. I wish I spoke French. Marina, because we like to spend time here. Marina's learning French, and she's going to try and teach me how to speak French. So it would be fun at some point in the future to be able to do a presentation in French.
That would be great.
Yes, I would love that.
Maybe in 2-3 years.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? Thank you very much.
In the meantime, thank you to the translators for helping me be at least understandable.
They were great.
Yeah, thanks.